Welcome to Jackson, Tennessee. The NCAA Division II Women's Basketball South Regional played here at Union University, and we've got one team heading to the finals on Monday evening. Nova Southeastern won the earlier game. Now we've got Lee University versus Union University, and it's the number 1 and the number 5 seeded teams in the tournament. Lee knocked off Tampa the first last night, 66-63. Union got here by knocking off Miles College, 107-69 yesterday. The earlier game tonight, Emory-Riddle and Nova Southeastern won that game 66-63 in a hard-fought victory for the Sharks of Nova Southeastern. This is Gary Neese. Joining me is Coach Darrell Maxwell. And, Coach, this one is really going to be a good one.
I tell you what, these two teams have been going at it for years, and I don't think tonight's going to be any different. You know, Union won at Lee the last game of the regular season, but that was a close one. That was a 3-point ball game, and what do you do with Mallory Hampton if you're Union? That little guard can flat give Union fits. They held her pretty much in check at Lee a few weeks ago. I don't think she made a three-pointer, but that all-conference player is a gamer, and she will be hard to deal with. It'll be extremely tough to press her the way Union plays, so that's going to remain to be seen how they handle that.
Mallory Hampton averaging 17 points a game and shooting 45% from the three-point line.
Like I said, she was 0-5 last time we played them. That doesn't mean anything tonight.
Well, she's not one-dimensional. She
Absolutely.
Can carry the ball to the basket.
Yeah, she can. She is hard to press, hard to guard, and everything runs through her. So do you make the choice? You going to try to stop her or let her get hers and try to stop everybody else? So I think the key to Union winning, Gary, is to play extremely well in the half-court offense.
Well, Union will run the full-court press, and they'll run 5 players in every 2 or 3 minutes. You'll see 10 players on a regular basis for the Lady Bulldogs of Union. And these two coaches, Coach Mark Campbell, who coaches Union and also the athletic director here at Union, is in the Hall of Fame, 2 or 3 different Hall of Fames. Marty Rowe out of Lee University and Mark Campbell are our 2 best friends. We'll be back with the starting lineups right after we take this break. Well, we're ready for the opening lineups. Semifinals here at the NCAA Division II Women's Basketball South Regional. We'll end up with two teams now Monday night. And the winner of this one, the loser will be going home.
Well, this is going to be a loud arena.
Yes.
At Fred DeLay Gymnasium. Lee brought in a busload of folks from East Tennessee. Of course, the Union students have come out in force. This will be an exciting atmosphere and a very, very good ball game.
Well, both teams are at their respective benches, and the clock is counting down to 5 seconds. We'll have the opening lineups. The side of the gym that we're on is packed. We'll give you the starters as they come out, and they will be alternated between Lee and Union. And the first to come out, I assume, will be Anna Mohanan. She's a 6'1" junior, averaging 8 points a game. Coming out for Lee. For Union, you'll first see Alexis Callens, a 5'8" graduate student from Martin, Tennessee. But they announced Macy Lee, a 6' senior from Jackson, Tennessee, by way of Samford University, averaging 9 points a game. Mia Hurst, a 5'10" senior, averaging 8 points a game, coming out for Lee University. Courtney Zinson, who is a 5'9" sophomore out of Dunlap, Tennessee, for Union, averages 5 points a game. For Lee, it's Mallory Hampton, a 5'5" graduate student, averaging 17 points a game for Lee. She's the young lady you got to stop. Now we get Alexis Callens, a 5'8" graduate student out of Martin, Tennessee, by way of the University of North Alabama, averaging 10 points a game. Coming out is Haley Johnson, a 5'9" senior. Haley averages 13 points a game. For Union, it's Jazzy. Jaslyn Anusin. Jaslyn's a 5'5" senior out of San Diego, California. She averages 5 points a game. Coming out is Kara Williams, a 5'10" redshirt sophomore. Kara is averaging 4 points a game for Lee University. And Union's leading scorer, Olivia Lee, a 6' sophomore out of Jackson, averaging 13 points a game. We don't expect anything less than a battle here.
It'll be a pressing team against a very methodical, executing team. Lee well coached. They do not make very many mistakes. Lee will go inside. Union hits the threes.
Mohanan is jumping center, along with Macy Lee for Union. We got the student body for Union down to our right. You'll be hearing them most of the ball game. Ball is in the air. It's going to be controlled by Lee University, moving from our right to our left as you look at your screen. They'll move it around outside. Very, very, like you say, methodically. Give it to Hampton. Hampton Drops it up underneath. Going to double team Mulholland, and a foul is going to be called right off the bat. I believe Callens grabbed her arm.
Caught Callens in a Newsom in a switch. And
in the act of shooting. So it puts Mohanan at the free throw line. She missed the first one. She's an 81% free throw shooter. She's a junior. We'll be seeing her next year. Missed the second one. Up tight right now. Union has the rebound, and Olivia Lee will bring it down. Give it to Callens, driving the basket. Shot up good for Alexis Callens. Union goes up 2-0. Puts that press on. They'll have it in the hands of Haley Johnson, and she's a good one. Ball goes through the hands of Mulholland, out of bounds. Give it to Union. We'll force you to run faster than you want to. Union will. And Houston with it. Bounce pass underneath. Callens shot up. Bounces good. 4-0. Union goes up with the lead. Hampton, long pass in the front court. Mulholland will work it back out front. Johnson takes it and drop it out high to Mulholland. She'll hand it off to Johnson. Johnson works it into the corner. Wide open three up and good. Put up by Kara Williams.
Lee doesn't shoot many threes, but they're pretty efficient.
They are. Any one of them can hit them. They just don't shoot that many. Callens with it, drives the basket, and has the ball stripped out of her hands and off her knee out of bounds, according to the official. Callens questioned that one.
I don't think it went off her knee.
Yeah, she would know. It's her knee. So the inbound pass knocked away by Callens, almost stolen. They'll try it from the other side as Mia Hurst steps out of bounds to inbound it. Bounce pass comes in. They'll get it back over to Hurst. Hurst runs it into front court. Drop it into that right corner. Williams will get it back outside. There's a three from the top of the key. That's no good. Rebound pulled down by Macy Lee. On the run, Zinson into front court. Give it off to Callens for a three. It's in and out, no good. And Mohanan will pick it up the rebound. She's in back court. Got to find somebody. She does. She finds Hurst. Hurst gives it off to Hampton. Shot blocked by Callens and brought down by Zinson. Zinson in the front court with it. Give it to Callens for another three. It's good from the outside. She's hot. She's got 7 points, and Union leads it 7-3.
Callens 7, Lee 3.
That's right. Hurst will bring it down. There's a foul. It's going to be called on Olivia Lee. Trying to get a steal on the ball out front. 5 fresh players coming in for Union now. Hate to see Callens leave.
Yeah, she was on a heater. Playing hard. You don't lose anything with this 5, though, coming in.
Addison Smith in for Lee. And she'll have the ball. Gets it in the corner to Williams for another three, and she got another one. 7-6 is the score. Shelly Morrison in the game with the ball. Morrison works around Hampton and loses the ball out of bounds. It's going to be knocked out of her hands, so Union will have it. Well, they're going to say a foul was called.
They like to
knock it out of her hands.
They like to get the inbounder on a corner three here. Let's see if it'll little dribble handoff.
Morrison will inbound it. Brings it in to Montgomery. Jeremiah Montgomery in the game. Give it back to Morrison. Morrison on the dribble. Jones takes the pass. Works it to Montgomery. 6 on the shot clock. Give it to Morrison. Morrison throws it up And Williams in and out, no good. Picked up, put back up, and missed by Montgomery, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Lee. Give it to Union with a new 20-second clock. Union leads it 7-6. 2 3-pointers by Williams. As going out of bounds is Emily Jones to
it's a tough place to inbound out of that far corner.
They bring it in to Montgomery. Jeremiah underhands it. Krishana Lucas with it. Lucas will give it back to Morrison. Back to Lucas. Lucas drives, hands it to Morrison outside. Back to Lucas. Clock is at 5. Give it off to Jones. Jones under the basket. Jones is stepping out of bounds as she made her way up underneath the basket. Good defense by Lee.
Yeah, it is. Spacing wasn't just great there on that possession.
Inbound pass comes into Johnson. Long lead pass into front court, and they'll get it back out front to Johnson. Coming from under the basket, Mohanan will drop it up underneath. Williams throws it across. Mohanan will pick it up and send it back out to Johnson. Johnson kicks it outside to Smith. They'll work it back out front to Haley Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Give it off to Hampton. Hampton drives. Hampton under the basket. Shot up, no good. It's going to be on the floor. Picked up by Dillard for Union. Give it to Morrison. Hand it off to Montgomery, and she'll get it back for a 3 by Jones. That's no good. Rebound tipped up by Lucas. He can't come down with it. Now they do get a steal. Lucas works it to Dillard for a 3. Got it! Dillard, once she sees those nets, watch out, she's just like Hampton. Shoots 45% from the three-point line. Union up 10-6. Hampton with the ball. Working against Lucas. Walks in, puts it up, a little skip shot, and it's going to be good.
Hard to guard. Off the dribble.
Union back down with it, and a foul is going to be called as Montgomery was kind of knocked out of bounds. Charlie Morrison is leaving as the whole team is leaving. Fresh players in for both teams. Haley Cameron in for Lee. Union brings the starting 5 back into the ball game. Bounce pass underneath to Olivia Lee. Give it to Callens. Drop it back out front. Callens takes it, starts her dribble, and hands it back to Lee. Lee drives to the basket. Macy Lee is going to be called for what? Illegal screen.
They got Callens for illegal screen.
Timeout's going to be called on the court.
That's her second.
Callens has committed her second foul. We'll be back right after this message.
The biggest thing for me was realizing the value that you receive from a Christ-centered education.
You'll have some things modeled for you that you're not going to get at a big secular state school, even though it might be cheaper, and that's a big deal to sit under somebody who loves the Lord, who loves his craft, and who's ready to impart all of that to you.
Definitely don't write off a university just because of costs, especially Union. They really do help students generously with financial aid.
I was told the place I was looking for didn't exist.
A place that could refine my raw talents into something greater.
Where I could ask big questions about my faith, not settling for easy answers.
And I could risk what's comfortable in pursuit of my dream.
To join with others, find my voice, and change the world.
I was told that place didn't exist.
Then I found Lee.
Well, we're halfway through the first quarter, and it's a 10-8 game. We expect this type of game. Ball belongs to Lee. And they will inbound it into backcourt to Johnson. And Haley Johnson, long pass, stolen away by Ann Houston. Get it off to Lee for a three. And Olivia gets her first points of the ball game. 13-8, Union leads it. Great anticipation by Jazzy.
Got Hampton out of the game. Union might take advantage of that situation.
Bailey Burgess in the game. Haley Johnson will throw a three up. That's off the rim, no good. Tipped up in the air. It's on the floor. And going to go out of bounds off of Lee. Give it to Union. Good hustle under there by both teams. Olivia will bring the ball down, and something with the shot clock. Didn't start it in time. Yep, now they got 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It took 1 second off.
1 second off. That could make a difference.
Yeah, that's right. Morrison gets it to Lee. Olivia works right. Goes into the lane, kicks it in the corner. Macy back into the corner. Working with the ball is Zinson. Zinson has it grabbed, and a jump ball is going to be called. It'll be Union's ball. And it'll be Jazzy and Houston stepping out of bounds.
Macy didn't relocate. She got to get to the wing for an outlet on that.
Inbound pass comes to Macy. She'll get it back to Ann Houston, and Ann Houston, with clock counting down, goes back to Macy for a three that's no good. Rebound tipped, saved by Zinson. Give it to Morrison and work it back out front to Ann Houston. And Houston with it, drives to the basket, driving layup, good! Little gal is so quick. Union goes up 15-8. Johnson with the ball across court to Smith. And Smith will bring it down into front court. Work it over for a three that's up and good.
Wow, big shot there.
Bailey Burgess.
Stopped the momentum.
5'5" junior who averages 4 points a game, just hit a three. So Union back down with it, and it's a 4-point game. And Houston with the ball. And Houston starts to make a move. Go around you so fast. Zinson will give it off there to Macy. Back to Zinson. Under the basket. Kick it back outside. Macy Lee for a three. Off the rim, no good. It's going to be picked up by Smith up underneath the basket. Long pass out to Burgess. And they've got the numbers. Burgess won't shoot the three as Union gets back on defense. Haley Johnson backs it off as Coach Rowe gets ready to get 4 fresh players in. 2:34 left to play first quarter. Delbridge, who is in the ball game, Rayleigh Delbridge has the ball. Back for a three. That's an air ball, and it's going to go out of bounds. That one put up by Burgess, who just hit a three moments ago. 3 players coming in for Union this time. 4 players coming in for Lee.
Have to rotate around Collins with 2 fouls.
As Morrison will bring it down. Olivia stayed in the game, and she takes the pass back out front. Jones for a three, got it. Emily Jones, a 6-foot senior out of University of North Alabama, got that one. Foul's going to be called on Lucas. Her first. Union has committed 4 fouls. Pass comes to a running Johnson. Johnson under the basket and threw the ball away. Just lost it. Started up with it. She said no, it was hit by somebody, but I think she just lost it.
I tell you, I don't think you back off there. I think you take the charge. You get run over. She was out of control.
Jones with it, goes underneath. As Lee will come back out and give it off to Morrison. Morrison hands it to Olivia. She'll put a three up. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Lucas. Back out. Olivia put up another one, and she gets a 2 this time. Olivia Lee has 5. Boy, that was almost a backcourt violation. Shot underneath is no good by Mulholland. But she's going to be fouled.
The crowd doesn't understand the backcourt rule.
Yeah, the ball didn't come across. The feet did, but the ball didn't. 20-11, Union leads it. They got their 20 points. They try to get in a quarter with 1:25 left to play. Free throw by Mulholland is no good. She has missed 3 in a row, and she's an 81% free throw shooter. And she missed the 4th one. Very unusual. Union's Jones will bring it down.
We got Dillard over here on the screen in.
And Houston with it. And Houston to the basket. Back to Dillard for a 3. It's an air ball. And the ball, great play by Karshana Lucas to reached over Hurst and knocked it off of Hurst's knee.
Yeah, why was that not over the back?
Well, it probably should have been.
All over her back.
It probably should have been. And Houston will inbound it. Gets it off to Montgomery and back out front. And Houston with it. Hands it off to Jones. Jones drives under the basket, kicks it out. Dillard will try another 3 and miss that one also. But Jones picks up the rebound. Back out front. Krishana will take it out of the corner. Back to Dillard. Dillard didn't miss that many. Montgomery. The clock is at 6. Montgomery under the basket. Jones will take the 3. That's an air ball. Picked up by Lucas. Put back up. They're going to wipe it out. They're going to say the clock got her. I don't think it did. They're going to talk about that. I don't think it got her.
Well,
it's not one you can look at.
I think they reset the clock too quick. It was 30 when the ball was at the basket. They reset it too quick.
Oh, and coach is not happy with the clock operator. He wants
got to check it.
He wants him to go look. Yeah, he wants him to go look. 36 seconds left to play in this first quarter. It's 20-11. Union leads it.
But Kisharna caught the ball. There was 30 on the clock because I looked at it. So just a human error over there. Understandable. That's the case.
Did they think that somebody had hit them?
I guess, but I saw it. They had reset it at 30. When Kisharna caught the ball.
Well, if it had hit the rim, then it should still be a good play. That's what they've got to determine now. Did the shot that would just before Kashana's hit the rim? Yep. They're going to.
Which, I mean, from our angle, I don't think it hit the rim. But
okay, so they're going to wipe off. They're going to wipe off Kashana's shot and give the ball to Lee, and they will inbound it as Hurst will.
Union with 5 fouls. They don't need to foul this late in the quarter.
Hurst with the ball in the front court. Double teamed. Better do something with it, and it's been stolen by Union. Good defense put on by Houston and Lucas to force the steal. 15 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Union will go for the last shot. Union's not ever been very good at this.
No, they have not.
And Houston, 3 is up, and it's no good. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. It'll be Union's ball with 2.1 seconds left to play.
Now they got a little out of bounds play where they run a curl to
Jones usually.
There it is. They covered it.
Don't get it off. That's the end of the first quarter of play. Union does have a 9-point lead, though, over Lee University, 20-11. And we'll be back with the second quarter right after we take this break. Well, we're ready for the second quarter of this one as Union is up by 9, 20-11 over Lee University. Two excellent basketball teams.
Yep. Lee missed some free throws that first quarter. Be closer than that. Also, Union hit some timely threes, but this Lee team, very experienced. They're going to make a game of it.
Inbound pass. We're going to trap it in back court. Johnson got to find somebody. She gets it into front court. Into the hands of Smith.
Looked like a travel.
Yeah, I don't think she moved that back foot. Hampton shot up, no good, but she's going to be fouled.
That was a late whistle.
They're going to call Emily Jones for the foul.
If there's anybody in the whole country you don't want to foul, it would be me and her.
Hampton's first free throw is, of course, good. Hampton's a 90% free throw shooter. It's her third point of the game. Got the next one also. Cuts this down to a 7-point game.
Union has not really had anything inside in a while. Going towards the basket.
Little half-court pressure going to be put on the ball, but token as Ann Houston brings it down, gives it off to Jones. Jones works around the screen by Macy Lee. Back to Lee, back to Ann Houston. Ann Houston drives to the basket, shot up, it won't fall. The rebound's going to be brought down. She doesn't miss that one very often. With it is Williams. They'll run it in the front court and throw it in the front court. And a travel is going to be called. Wide open was Addison Smith, and she shuffled her feet. And Union gets the ball back on the turnover.
That's what speeding up the game does for you.
Yeah, it's 4 turnovers against Lee. Union has committed 3. That's 5 against Lee. Sally Morrison down with it. Give it back outside, up underneath
Olivia
to Lee.
Take the basket.
Lee to
like
the basket, hook shot, no good. Rebound is going to be brought down by Haley Johnson. Johnson, long pass into front court. They'll get it back out front. Johnson with it, drives, shot, underhand, no good. Rebound pulled down by Macy Lee. The ball's going to be taken away from her, and Johnson will put it back in. Macy Lee not taking care of the ball. The officials have stopped play. It's a 5-point game, 20-15.
Shot clock again.
They've had problems with the shot clock here in the past. So going to put full court pressure on the ball this time. Macy Lee's going to inbound it. Brings it into Shiley. Shiley to Lee. Lee in the front court, and they has the ball knocked away from her, and she was looking straight at her. And there's a foul. It's going to be called on Zinson. It's number 1 on her. Macy saw her coming from behind and still kept dribbling. Wow. The inbound pass will come from Kara Williams.
Well, Shiley got trapped. Macy just got to get it right back to her when she gets out of the trap.
The inbound pass comes to Hampton. She's been chased down. Gets it in the front court. They'll work the ball back out front to Haley Johnson. Johnson and Hampton. If you stop those two, you've done a pretty good job against Lee, but they're hard to stop. Hampton makes her move, back stops and puts it up, missed it. Rebound pulled down by Shelly Morrison. She'll get it in front court to Jones. Hand it off to Morrison. Morrison drops it over to Lee. Olivia with the ball, back right side. Jones drives. Jones goes under the basket. Jones hook shot up. No good, but she's going to be fouled as she went in there.
They called traveling.
Oh, did they get a travel on it? Wow. Did you see a travel there? I thought she made one step around. Yeah. Well, we've had some questionable calls both ways. So I guess they even out. Inbound pass as Krishana went to the floor. Here comes Hampton, and she'll send it back outside. They call Hampton for a travel.
I didn't see that either.
I did not see that either.
I saw she got bumped a little bit.
Yes. Yes. She may have moved both feet when she went backwards. Olivia Lee will bring it down. Lee on the dribble. Get it back to Shelly Morrison. Morrison to the basket, drops it underneath to Lee, and it's going to be bounced off her hands and stolen away. Picked up there by Edison Smith. Lee University has it back. 20-15. Union has not scored in the first 3 minutes.
That's right. And not scored this quarter. Hadn't had too many shots.
Hampton with it. Hampton has the ball knocked away by Knudsen, and Shelly Morrison jumps in there and grabs a hold of it. Jazzy got a hand on it, but alternate possession will belong to Lee.
Get Montgomery back in there and see if she can work down low a little bit.
There she comes.
Get something inside. Thank you, Coach. we telepathically can think like, you know.
I guess you do.
I got signals up here like a baseball coach.
Well, Lucas will inbound it. Again, a little pressure is going to be put on by Lee. Hampton back into the game. She didn't stay out very long. Burgess, came back in the game.
We do take advantage of Hampton being out.
That's right. Lucas down with it. Lucas drives. Lucas stops.
Shoot it.
And gets it back outside.
Why did she shoot it?
And Houston with it. Fakes the three. Gives it to Montgomery. Montgomery drops it to Lucas under the basket. And back out in the corner. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Morrison, 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Morrison to the basket. What's the call?
Got a foul.
Got a foul?
I'm sorry, but I don't think that was a foul.
No. No, been some really, really questionable calls. I think they called that on Kara Williams. 23. That's her first foul. Put Shelly Morrison at the free throw line. Morrison's an 89% free throw shooter for Union. He hits the first one and hits the second one. She's money. Well, they're bringing Callens with her 2 fouls back into the game.
This quarter is 4-2 in favor of Lee.
They got him trapped in the corner now. Pass comes out, and there comes Van Houston a little bit too quick and too close.
Lee had a timeout.
Before the foul.
Before the foul.
And Coach Marty Rowe. Sometimes you do, and sometimes you don't. But he got the timeout, and they've got one foul, and Union has 2 fouls. But let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
The biggest thing for me was realizing the value that you receive from a Christ-centered education.
You'll have some things modeled for you that you're not going to get at a big secular state school, even though it might be cheaper, and that's a big deal to sit under somebody who loves the Lord, who loves his craft, and who's ready to impart all of that to you.
Definitely don't write off a university just because of costs, especially Union. They really do help students generously with financial aid.
I was told the place I was looking for didn't exist.
A place that could refine my raw talents into something greater.
Where I could ask big questions about my faith, not settling for easy answers.
And I could risk what's comfortable in pursuit of my dream.
To join with others, find my voice, and change the world.
I was told that place didn't exist.
Then I found Lee.
Well, we got a 6:28 left to play in the second period of this one. Union, like you say, has scored 2 points in the first 3.5 minutes of this second quarter.
Lee's only scored 4.
And they're on the run in the front court with Johnson. Back for a corner 3 that's up and no good. Good block out underneath by Zenson, and the ball's taken by Dillard. And Union will have it in front court. And Houston underneath the basket, kicks it outside. Lee for a 3. In and out, no good. Rebound's pulled off by Mia Hurst. Long lead pass goes to Burgess. Burgess to the basket, drops it up underneath. There's a tie ball as Dillard got a hand on top of the ball of Cameron and stopped her from shooting. And it's a jump ball. Give it to Lee on the alternate possession now. They're going to get Hampton back into the ball game. As you look at Coach Mark Campbell. And
I was about to say that. They got to get Hampton back in. She's rested enough.
She'll inbound it. Brings it out to Johnson.
No, they got
Johnson to the basket. Drops it up underneath, and
wow.
The ball is thrown straight up in the air, and it goes in for Cameron. And she was fouled. It's 22-17. Olivia Lee under the basket. Hook shot up. She got it.
That's the first field goal of the quarter.
She's got 7. They've got the runners, and Burgess will put up a shot that's no good. Rebound's going to be pulled down, though, by Lee. They'll get it outside to Hurst. Back to Johnson. 5:21 left in this second quarter. Johnson working against Van Houston. There's a steal almost by Montgomery.
Shot
Picked
clock.
up and a long 3. And it's going to go out of bounds. Give it to Union. 5 fresh players coming in for the Bulldogs, the Lady Bulldogs. 5:07 left to play in the first half. Big crowd here. I think this one's big. Yeah. Jones with it for Union and threw the ball away. Zenson made a move to the basket. Jones didn't see that move coming. So Burgess will step out of bounds. Bailey, a 5'5" junior. Inbound pass, knocked away and almost stolen by Macy Lee. She jumped right over in front of Johnson. So we're going to swap people, and Mia Hurst will come inbound it. Bounce pass. It's going to be what? Didn't go in.
Kicked out of bounds.
Was it tipped? Okay. Lucas got a foot on it. And Mia will try again. Handed in this time. into the hands of Hampton, who looks back over to Coach Marty Rowe. The play is called. Bohannon with it. Get it out. Johnson for a long three. It's no good. Rebound on the floor. And
Oh, no.
they're going to call Jones for a foul. Nope. They're going to call
I think they got
Lucas for a foul. It's the second one on
I don't know why.
Krishana.
I didn't even see her in the play.
I didn't either. I saw Jones come crashing in there, but
She's not arguing.
no. Okay, that's enough, Jack. Can only do so much. So it'll be inbounded, and Hampton will do the trigger. Bring it outside, stolen away. Zinson just stepped out there and took it. Give it back to Morrison to start the offense. Lee will hand it off to Jones. Back to Lee. Macy, a couple of dribbles. Waits for Morrison to come around and take it. Morrison to the baseline. 10 on the shot clock. Skip it out to Lucas. Lucas drives. Throw it outside. Jones with it. Jones can't do anything with it, and it's going to be stolen away. They weren't going to get the shot off anyhow. Hampton down with it. Look out. Here she comes. Hampton to the basket. Shot up and good. She's got 6 points. It's a 5-point game again.
Can't set up the press if you can't score.
Krishana Lucas with a three. Very unusual for Lucas. Inbound pass. Stolen away. Underneath to Lucas to the basket. It's no good, but she's going to be fouled by Johnson. Johnson's picked up her first foul. It's going to send Lucas to the free throw line. Kashana's only a 50% free throw shooter, though. She probably had her best game of her career yesterday with the number of points that she scored in that game against Miles. Free throw's good. Playing out there with 2 fouls.
Her sister was a great player here.
Oh, yes. This one is up off the rim, no good. The rebound's going to be pulled down and
Called a foul.
They're going to call a foul on Jones. No, they're going to call it on Lucas. His third. Going to have to get her out. Yes. They're going to. Whoop. No. Coach is wanting and Houston to come in to replace. They needed another guard out there, didn't he?
Well, now they got Jaden and Shiley Morrison on the floor at the same time.
Yep.
Shiley will go the 2 spot.
Inbound pass comes over this side towards us to Smith.
That's because Collins also got 2 fouls.
They'll bring the ball into front court. Union's getting a little bit of foul trouble. Williams with the ball on the outside. Williams starts to make a move. Kicks it back outside to Hampton. Drop it up underneath to Bohannon. Triple team will send it out for a 3. That's off the rim, no good. Macy Lee comes down with a rebound. Give it to Olivia to bring down. Lee will hand it off to Zinson. They got a mismatch there. Back it comes to Olivia. Olivia to the basket, driving layup, good, and she's fouled. (30-19), and Lee will be going to the free throw line. Haley Cameron back into the ball game as Moharan leaves. Olivia, first time there, is a 75% free throw shooter. Sophomore, local girl out of Jackson. Missed the free throw. The rebound is brought down by Johnson, and she's trapped and throws it in the front court. Who's going to have it? Going to call it on Ann Houston.
No. What? How is that a foul on a Newsom? Let's go to the replay.
There is no replay on this one.
What in the world?
Coach Campbell is going to talk to her, though. And she's going to listen. And Cameron's going to go to the free throw line because that's 5 fouls against Union. And Cameron is a 62% free throw shooter. And she hits the first one. Her first free throw of the game. She's got 3 points now. The second one, got it too. 30-21. Union looking at the press. Shelly Morrison with it. Morrison to the basket, sends it back outside. The ball is almost thrown away. Lee will pick it up out of the corner. Bounce pass goes to Macy Lee. Macy skips it over to Ann Houston for a 3 out of the corner that's over the rim. No good, and it's going to be out of bounds. Off of Lee.
Thank you. I was about to say, let's get Dillard in.
Went off of Delbridge.
Need a 3-point shot in there, knock it down.
2:16 left. 3 fresh players coming in for Union. Coach Campbell's working hard over there, grabbing people and sending them out there. Coach Rowe, same thing. The inbound pass comes to Montgomery. Give it to Morrison. 4 on the shot clock. Morrison under the basket. Shot up. Falls in good for Morrison. Her first field goal. Johnson with it. Long lead pass in the front court. And they had a wide open player. And finally driving it to the basket. A block by Montgomery. Wow. Union back down with it. Dillard for a 3. Got it. Her second 3. Timeout on the court. Union goes up by 14 with 1:46 left to play in this first half. And great substituting.
Yeah, it is with situational stuff, especially. We got some in some foul trouble with 2 fouls. So the rotations are a little bit different. Matchups are going to be different. We did put Callens in with 2 fouls back in the ballgame.
Lucas is out with 3. We probably won't see her for the next minute and 46 seconds. We'll front the ball with Olivia Lee, and the inbound pass will come from Kara Williams. Get it into Smith. Pass comes across court to Hurst, and they get it into front court to Johnson. Johnson hook shot. A foul is going to be called.
That's her third.
On Callens. She started to slam that ball. That would have cost a technical. Coach Campbell's not been happy with the officiating. They're having to get out there.
Jack been talking too much to the crowd.
Yep. That's exactly what's happening.
He did do it too much.
Yep. So at the free throw line is Johnson. First one's good. Haley's a 70% free throw shooter. She's got 3 points in the game now. And she nails the second one also. 35-23, 12-point game. And Houston down with it. Oh, she's bumped, and foul's going to be called on Hampton. A very, very late whistle by the side official. That's Hampton's second foul. She'll leave the ball game with a minute 29 left.
Let's see if they cover Olivia on this little
and Houston will
curl
inbound
right here.
it. She comes around and picks it up. Work it over to Zinson. Zinson and Houston on the wing. Bounce it up underneath to Montgomery. Give it off. Montgomery under the basket's going to be grabbed, and they're going to call a jump ball. Somebody grabbed a hold of the ball as she was squeezing between two players. And it'll belong to Union on the alternate possession, and Houston will inbound it. Dillard. Everybody wants her to shoot. Zinson will take it. Clock is at 2. She turns and shoots, and nothing there. I don't think they realized where the clock was at that point. 1:05 left to play in this first half. Union by 12. The ball belongs to Lee University now.
Now you put the ball on the floor.
Coach, I'm going to have to turn you down.
Well,
there's a
you can't
baseball
wait till they set up.
Knocked away by Dillard. Almost got the steal. Well, they're going to do it from in front court now with 1:04 left to play in this first half. The inbound pass will come from Kara Williams in the back court to Johnson. Haley working against Zinson. Looking back to Coach Marty Rowe, who calls the play. Screen set. Johnson comes around it and they'll hand it off to Hurst. Hurst has her shot blocked. It's going to be picked up by Addison Smith, and they'll send it back out front to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Johnson double team. Little jump shot up and no good at the buzzer. Rebound pulled down by Houston. She's going to run it in the front court. Goes across to Dillard. 3. Missed it. Goes after her own rebound. Goes to the baseline and comes dribbling back out. Good follow-up by Dillard. Union will go for the last shot. We look back over to Coach Campbell. And Houston back off to Smith. Smith, top of the key. 5, 4, 3. And Houston will throw a 3 up and miss it. As the buzzer goes off, that's the end. Now, there was 1.3 on the clock. But nothing hit the rim. What was the call, Coach?
Well, they'd say the buzzer went off on the shot clock, so they're thinking shot clock violation, but the ball hit the rim.
Did it skim the rim?
Yeah, it hit the rim.
I couldn't tell whether it did or not. The one that Ann Houston put up.
Union put it back up and went in. The pressure's on the shot clock operator, isn't it?
A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. I heard it go off. Obviously, it went off, but had it hit the rim, that was the thing. These officials have had their problems.
Jazz's shot hit the rim.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell whether it did or not. But it should have. It should have stayed in play then if it hit the rim. Yeah. And we know the shot was good after that because there's still 1.3 seconds left on the game clock.
It should be 2 points.
They're going to talk to both coaches.
Did they not hit the basket? Did I hit the shot?
Yeah.
On the rebound, they hit the shot.
Yeah. And Coach Campbell is satisfied. Coach Rowe is satisfied.
Give Union the ball out of bounds.
I think so. No, they're going to give it. They're going to give it to Lee.
But did they count the basket?
Well,
I think they counted the basket.
Coach Campbell is happy with it, whatever it is. The officials are laughing about it. That's going to end the first half, and Union is up by 14, 37-23. And what confusion could follow. It's been a very confusing first half of play. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with a halftime stats right after this commercial break. Well, we're at the half, and Union leads this game by 14, 37 to 23. And I think for the first time in a long time, Union has more turnovers than their opponent does. Coach?
Oh, I was late coming back. What'd you say?
I said, where you are. Give us some stats.
Well, let's look at this league. First half, they got a lot of minuses over there in the plus-minus column. As the Bulldogs have held them to 23 points on 7 of 23 shooting. That's 30%. Only 3 of 12 at the three-point line for 25% and 6 for 10. Even I know that's 60% from the free throw line. Only 12 rebounds for Lee. 4 of those are on offensive end. 4 assists. They only had 9 turnovers. I say only. Pretty good against that pressure. And they had 4 steals. Union held Mallory Hampton, their leading scorer, to 6 points. And she only took 5 shots, and she did make a couple of free throws.
I guarantee you that'll change the second half.
Yeah. So Mallory has 6. Haley Johnson has 4 points. Kara Williams has not missed a shot. She's 2 for 2 for 6. Both of hers were 3-pointers. 4 points by Haley Cameron. And 3 points by Bailey Burgess. Union shot 45%. 14 of 31 from the field. 6 of those were three-pointers. They were 6 of 18, 33%. And they also were 60%, 3 of 5 at the free throw line. Union pulled down 24 rebounds, 10 offensive rebounds out of that 24. 8 assists for Union. They turned it over 10 times. I didn't realize that.
Yes. Turned it over more than our opponents
They
did.
had 5 steals and 4 block shots. No double-figure scores for Union in that half, so we'll just go down the roster here. It's Cordy Zinson has 2. Alexis Callan started off on a 7-0 run, then she picked up her fouls. She had 7. Jasmine Newsom had 2. 9 points from Olivia Lee. 4 points out of Kisharna Lucas. 3 points from Emily Jones. 4 from Charlie Morrison. 6 points out of Bethany Dillard. 2 of 5 from three-point line. Boy, when she when she lets it go, that crowd goes crazy, expecting Bethany to never miss. Union had 14 points in the paint to Lee's 8. I was concerned about that start of the game because Lee likes to get inside. But when you hold Mallory Hampton to 2 of 5 shooting, because a lot of her shots are on layups, doing pretty good. 13 points for Union off those turnovers. And Union had 10 fast break points and 17 points off the bench. Union led the first quarter 20-11. And then a scoring drought for Union where they only had a couple of free throws really halfway through the second quarter. But they wind up scoring 17 on a stretch there and win that second quarter 17-2. And so there's a 14-point halftime lead here at Union, 37-23 over Lee.
Well, the winner of this ball game will be taking on the University of Nova Southeastern Monday night at 7 o'clock. I think I said 7:30 earlier in the broadcast, but it'll be a 7 o'clock game here at Union University. And Nova will take on either Lee or Union. The thing about Hampton is I have seen her more effective in the second half than first half.
She's liable to go on a run herself.
Yes.
She is very capable of doing it. And Union in a little bit of foul trouble.
Yeah.
3 for Lucas.
And 3 for Callens.
And 3 for Callens.
Yeah.
So that's that affects your rotation pretty drastically. And so Coach Campbell did a great job in that second quarter maneuvering those rotations. And he's got to continue to do that here in the third quarter.
The only foul trouble that Lee has, 2 on Mohanan and 2 on Hampton. Of course, that's 2 key players, but
yeah.
Hampton 2 for 5 from the field and 0 for 1 from the three-point line. And I think you'll see him free her up more for some shots from three-point.
You know, he got her in and out, too, because of some foul trouble. I'm talking about Coach Rowe.
Yeah.
But she's smart enough to play with foul situations. She's that type of player. I don't foresee her coming out much.
The only one on the court that went the full 20 minutes was Haley Johnson. And she can run it. She struggled, though, shooting 1 for 6 from the field and 0 for 3 from the three-point line. But she was the only one out there that went 20 minutes. Kara Williams went 15, and they got 14 out of Hampton. They're the only ones that really played a lot of minutes in the first half. Union Olivia Lee went 14 minutes. That was the most of any players, and Houston went 13. And you wonder, can Lee keep that up? Can she run another 14 minutes in the second half?
Well, she might have to, depending on the foul situation. But, of course, she was, all-conference player, all-conference tournament player. Hey, it's a big game. You can't think about getting tired.
You suck it up, don't you?
You suck it up, and you just play through it.
Well, the winner will be playing in the finals Monday night, and the winner of that game will be heading to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where they'll be playing in the finals of the NCAA Division II. And other teams, let's see if I can pick up Southwest Minnesota State goes to the finals of theirs. And Bentley heads to the finals of theirs. And I just lost it. Ashland heads to the finals, as you would expect. Coker heads to the finals. Holy Family heads to the finals. Gannon, of course, Nova Southeastern heads to the finals. Lubbock Christian does. Indiana out of Pennsylvania heads to the finals. Grand Valley State does. And I don't know, UNG, I'm not sure exactly who that is. That may be the University of North Georgia. Will be heading to play in the finals, and there's still a whole lot of other games going on right now also. We'll be back with the third quarter of this important basketball game here at Union University right after we take this break.
The biggest thing for me was realizing the value that you receive from a Christ-centered education.
You'll have some things modeled for you that you're not going to get at a big secular state school, even though it might be cheaper, and that's a big deal to sit under somebody who loves the Lord, who loves his craft, and who's ready to impart all of that to you.
Get you
Definitely
something.
don't write off a university just because of costs, especially Union. They really do help students generously with financial aid.
I was told the place I was looking for didn't exist.
A place that could refine my raw talents into something greater.
Where I could ask big questions about my faith, not settling for easy answers.
And I could risk what's comfortable in pursuit of my dream.
To join with others, find my voice, and change the world.
I was told that place didn't exist.
Then I found Lee.
We're back at Union University as the Bulldogs, the Lady Bulldogs of Union, lead this one 37-23. We're ready to start the second half of play. Actually, in women's play, it'll be the third quarter of play. The ball will belong to Lee. We'll change ends of the court as Lee will be moving to your right.
And as you pointed out, before we came back on, as Collins is in the game with 3 fouls.
Yes.
Interesting maneuver there by Coach Campbell.
The inbound pass now into back court. And this is a very fast-paced game. I told you they'll be shooting threes with Hampton, and they just did. Rebounds brought down by Union as Zinson got her hand on it after the miss by Hampton. Olivia Lee with it. Into the lane she goes. Lee working to the basket. We'll send it back outside. And Houston back to Lee for a 3. It's no good. The rebound is tipped out, and Callan's got to be careful. She put a hand on the back.
That was close.
So it belongs.
Had a good look, though. Good look at a 3 there.
Lee will inbound it. Union stays with that full court. And we back away from it a little bit and didn't trap. Pass underneath, knocked away by Zinson. Good anticipation, knowing where the pass was fixing to go by Courtney. So Hampton will trigger the inbound. Brings it out to Johnson, back to Hampton. You will see her shooting more threes, I think. Under the basket, and she missed the shot, picked it up and missed it again. And the rebound pulled down by Macy Lee. There was a foul on that one. And Houston in the front court. Get it back outside to Olivia. And give it to Ann Houston. Skip it over to Macy Lee. To the basket goes Macy. Shot up, no good, but a foul is going to be called. And Mohanan is probably going to be called for that one. And she is. That's number 3.
Hampton had a layup on it. Lee in with no help. And just flat missed 2 good shots at it.
Mohanan now with 3 fouls will leave the ball game. Mason Lee to the free throw line. First one is good.
Yeah, she needed to see a shot go in.
Yeah, that's
struggling a little bit shooting.
First point of the game. And got them both. 39-23. Union 26-point lead now as Johnson waves everybody off. And working in the front court comes Kara Williams. Give it off to Hampton.
We got a mismatch there. Switch back. Didn't switch back.
No switch yet.
And that's why they get the foul.
Yeah. Macy commits her first foul. So Johnson will step out of bounds to inbound it. The inbound pass. Hampton with it. Backs off. Throws it up. An 18-footer is no good. Rebound. A foul underneath the basket.
Oh, no.
Be called on Ann Houston.
That was a block out.
Very poor officiating game. Well, the inbound, it's the Ann Houston has just picked up her second, so driving under the basket, shot up, bounces off, no good, picked up by Mason Lee. Hampton just missed that one. Ann Houston in the front court. Ann Houston.
Yep.
Macy went to the floor, and who ran into her?
Hampton.
Was it Hampton?
That'll be her third.
She's got 3 fouls. And she's staying in there right now. Inbound pass, and Houston picks it up. She's got Hampton on her. And Houston drops it to Macy Lee. Give it off, coming up under the basket. Shot up, good by Zinson.
Oh, we got a steal and a bucket.
And that was Olivia Lee.
Great steal by Callens.
11 points for Lee. Union goes up by 20 points now, 43-23. We've got a timeout in the court, and we're going to take one too. We'll be right back. .802 left to play in the third quarter of this one as the Lady Bulldogs have pulled out to a 20-point lead over Lee University. I don't think anybody would have anticipated this.
Absolutely not. And really, all-conference player Mallory Hampton is struggling here in this quarter. As she had missed some pretty easy shots underneath.
The winner of this ball game goes to the finals Monday night at 7 o'clock right here at Union. Addison Smith will inbound it for Lee. And it comes to Williams, back to Smith, and into front court. On the run is Delbridge. Johnson takes it top of the key. Johnson picked up by Houston. They go with each other, and a pass out front, taken, and a hook shot up, no good. Ball is tipped out front. They go after it, and it's going to be picked up by Lee. 3 on the shot clock, and a foul is going to be called, I think, right at the end against Houston.
That's her third.
Jazzy will be leaving. Matter of fact, all 5 of them will be leaving, and 5 freshmen coming in. The only one out there with a foul trouble now is Lucas. So the inbound pass comes way out front to Johnson. Johnson tries to go underneath with the pass and threw it past Cameron out of bounds.
I just don't like that guard post switch. They got Shiley on the mismatch, and they didn't execute it.
So Union will bring it down, leading by 20.
Oh, it missed Dillard on the 3.
Lucas over to Dillard, into that corner. Jones will come dribbling back out. Hand it off to Lucas and work it over to Shiley. Back to Lucas.
Lee in his zone.
Yeah, Jones with a 3 that's up and no good. Rebound going to be pulled down by Lee. On the run in the front court comes Williams. Drops it off into the corner and they come back out. Wide open 3 up by Smith. Good. Addison Smith, her first points of the ball game. Union long pass to Montgomery, and she's going to be pushed out of bounds. Pushed out by Delbridge.
We'll see if Lee goes on the inbounds.
Delbridge has picked up the foul, and
well, they're going man. That's
her first.
In Union's favor there.
Morrison will inbound it. The inbound will come to Montgomery, back to Morrison, and back out front. Morrison works around the screen, puts up a jumper. She's fouled. It won't bounce in for her, but they'll put Morrison at the free throw line. That foul went against Johnson, her second. Morrison, first free throw is good. Like I said, she's an 89% free throw shooter. And the second one is good also. It's 45-26. It's a 19-point game. Inbound pass comes to Williams. Get it to Smith, who will bring it down in the front court. Trap there, throws it across. Ball's knocked away by Dillard and through the hands of Cameron out of bounds. It's Union's ball. Good defense by Dillard. Dillard wants to set up on the
Lee
left
going
side.
back to that zone.
Yeah. Sally Morrison down with it. In the corner, Jones for a three. Got it. Emily Jones with her second three-pointer.
I don't think they can play zone.
And there's a throwaway. As Williams came in, tried to throw it to Delbridge down the right side and threw it away. They got to get Hampton back in the ballgame. Betty Burgess, a three-point shooter.
I don't think you can play zone when you're down this many.
Burgess, a three-point shooter, back in with Hampton.
Yeah, Lee's coming out of that. They tried it for a couple of possessions.
Lucas will bring it down. Hands it off to Morrison. Morrison underneath the basket. Comes back outside, waving Montgomery to the left side. Morrison starts right to the basket. Shot up. Good for Morrison. She's got her average of 8.
Well, she had Addison Smith on her, and Smith couldn't guard her.
She knew it. That's why she waved Montgomery to the left side. Johnson with the ball for Lee. Johnson still on the dribble. Johnson kicks it back outside to Hampton. Hampton backs off, puts the jumper up. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Jones for Union. Give it to Morrison to bring down. Morrison works right.
Oh.
A push off by Morrison. I don't know. That's probably a pretty good call.
That would have been 4 on Hampton.
That's probably a pretty good call, though. She threw her hand out. That's the first one on Morrison. So the inbound pass comes to Hampton. They got her trapped, and they got the ball. Jones to the basket. Shot up. Good. Jones picked it up. Got her 8th point. They'll try to break the press, and the ball's going to be tipped out of bounds by Montgomery. Both teams will go to the benches. We've got a timeout. Union up by 26 points with 4:53 left to play in the third quarter, 52-26. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. .453 left to play in the third quarter, and Union with a 26-point lead in this semifinals of the NCAA Division II Women's Basketball South Regional. It'll be inbounded by Hurst to Johnson. Hampton will work it into the hands of Burgess. Driving up underneath the basket, stepped out of bounds, no call. Shot up by Johnson is no good. Yeah, she stepped on the line down there right in front of the official. And Van Heusen will get it off to Zinson and work it back over to Jones. Jones drops it up underneath and threw it over the head of Macy Lee. Give it off to Johnson to bring down for Lee. She'll carry it all the way to the basket, throw it up and throw it in. Not much defense for Union on that trip down. Macy Lee Work it back. Macy wants it back.
All right, they got a clear out.
She's going to go against Hurst. They're not going to do it. Give it off to Ann Houston. Back it goes to Lee for a three. Got it. Olivia with her second three-pointer. On the run in the front court. Smith will drop it into the corner for a three that's up and good. Put out of that corner over there by Hurst for her first points of the game. Union down with it, and Houston throw it outside. And they will get it over to Lee in that corner. She'll go driving to the basket. Lee's hook shot up, good, and she's going to be fouled. Foul goes against Hurst, I believe. That'll be her first. And it'll put Lee back at the free throw line.
And Newsom is hurting a little bit. She has got some tired legs.
Take her out and give her something to drink and bring Shiley into the ball game is what happened. And Lee, who has 16 points in the game, will step to the free throw line. 0 for 1 there tonight. Got this one, though. Union sets up its full court trap. They break it with Smith. Smith in the front court. Smith under the basket. Shot up and fouled by Macy Lee. That's the second one on Macy. In the act of shooting, they'll put Addison Smith, a 64% free throw shooter, at the line. Smith with 3 points in the game, a three-pointer that she hit earlier. You can hear the boos from the student body here on just about every call against Union. Addison, first one is up, missed it. They've missed 5 in this ball game so far. 4 of those coming from Mohanan. Very unusual. This one is up. She got it. It's her 4th point. Union's inbound pass. Get it to Olivia Lee. We'll work it over in front court. Up underneath to Lee, and she can't control it. It's going to go off her hip out of bounds.
Yeah, Lee threw a little pressure on themselves and got a turnover out of it.
Well, you've got to do it at this point. The season's over if you don't throw a little extra into it now. Union up by 26 points with 3 minutes in the third quarter.
Did bring Hampton back in.
There's a long pass. Comes out to Smith. Backs off and will send it out to Johnson. Johnson starts left. Gives it to Hampton. Hampton drives. Free throw line. Throws it up underneath the basket. Little hook shot up. Good. Put up by Smith. Addison has picked up 2 more. Union will bring it down. Montgomery drives under the basket. Hook shot. Good by Jeremiah. Her first points of the ball game. But she's played some defensive that Union has really needed. 60-34. Looking back over to Coach Marty Rowe. Johnson. Hand it back for a 3 by Hampton. Missed it. Rebound pulled down, put back up, no good. And then lost out of bounds.
Oh. A late whistle.
Very late whistle.
I thought she was going to stop the play.
Yeah. Well, Union will have it, and Lucas is going to inbound it. They're going to come front, Shiley Morrison. Into the corner, and then back over to Lucas, and back to Morrison. That's what you wanted to start with. Back to Lucas. Back to Morrison. Down in
They're going to let
court.
the other players play?
Work it over to Montgomery on the right wing. Up underneath it goes to Dillard. She loses it out of bounds. She was a little bit too deep when she took that pass.
A little late pass there on the cutter.
Yeah. So it'll belong to Lee. And stepping out of bounds is Mia Hurst to inbound it. Baseball pass stolen by Dillard. Up underneath to Jones. Send it out to Montgomery, and
Take your time here.
Montgomery starts to the basket, kicks it outside to Lee. Jones will take it to the baseline. Jones off it off to Dillard and back out front. Montgomery will take it in the corner. Montgomery to the basket, sends it over. Lucas for a three. Got it! Her second three of the game, her 7th point of the game. 63-34. There's a three out of the corner that's an air ball. Taken up underneath, and they'll send it back to Johnson for a little shot up. It's no good. Going to be chased down by Montgomery. Union has the rebound. Shotty Morrison down into front court with it. Give it to Dillard for a three. Off the rim, no good. Crashing the boards is Montgomery. She's on the floor, and then a foul is going to be called against Union. Montgomery is up. Also coming up is Hurst. And she's worn out. You can tell she's tired. Fresh players in for Union. We're going to walk down and put Hurst at the free throw line. And Houston will go over to talk with the coaches. We'll go talk with Coach Sean Blackburn. Hurst's free throw is no good. She's a 69% free throw shooter. And Hurst is tired, you can tell it.
Well, she better make it, because she's going to have to play defense.
She's coming out if she doesn't, and she does. They bring Delbridge in to replace her. A 2-2-1 is set up. And Houston with it. Long pass in the front court to Zenson. And he'll give it back out to Olivia. Working like Macy will come out with it, and they'll work it over to Ann Houston.
Lee back in that zone.
Back out front. Ann Houston with it. Looks underneath. Drives in. Kicks it back out. Macy Lee for a three. Got it. Macy with her first field goal of the game.
Oh, what a
steal by Union. Three is up by Vinson. It's no good. Rebound tipped around. It's going to be taken out of there by Hampton, and she throws it away. They say it was tipped by Union. Hampton is physically tired, too. You can just see it.
Eight seconds left in the quarter.
Williams will inbound it. Back in comes Hurst.
Don't foul. No fouls for Union.
Hurst will inbound it. Union by 31 points in the semifinal. We'll get it into Johnson. Johnson to Hampton. Hampton backs off, throws up a three. It's an air ball, and that's the end of the third quarter of play. And Union leads it 66-35 after 3 quarters. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter right after we take this commercial break. Well, Union leads at 66-35, and Coach, if you're Marty Rowe, what are you telling your troops over there?
You're telling them to keep playing hard. You got to forget about the score. Show a little pride. Keep doing the things that got you to this point in the season. Try to win this quarter. The key to the whole game is Hampton has not been very effective. I don't know if she's injured or what her situation is, but it's not the same player we've seen throughout the year.
Well, it's almost as if she's maybe been sick or something.
Yeah, she's definitely ran out of gas.
Of course, Union's been chasing her all over the court.
Yeah, she's liable to throw up 20 this quarter. But, you know.
That's right. Union with the ball on the altar possession, and Ann Houston will bring it down. This is not when you let up. Ann Houston on the dribble, being guarded by Hampton, takes her under the basket. And he'll work it back out to Olivia Lee. Give it to Ann Houston. Fake the three, drops it over. Driving is Zinson. Give it to Macy Lee. Drop it up underneath. Shot up. Good. Put in by Callens. And we've got a Lee player on the floor. That's Kara Williams. She went down hard. Union has just run teams to death.
Right. And it's not, they don't have the air on in here tonight.
Williams is going to walk off on her own.
It's pretty hot in here. As a gym should be.
Well, with this many people in here, I suppose so. This place is packed up pretty good. Did we lose Jack totally?
Oh, there he is down there.
Down there. Been talking to people again. Gave a thumbs up to the fellow who substituted.
Maybe that's his apprentice.
That's it. Oh, my. Let's get out here and do something.
68-35. Who saw that coming?
Nobody. Nobody saw 35 points coming.
No, absolutely not. Their shooting percentage has not been good, these Lee Flames.
Terrible third quarter for Lee.
I'm not sure what they're looking at. Was there a flagrant foul or something? I didn't see what happened. I was looking at the basket.
Yeah, I was too.
Then they called the whistle. Then blew the whistle.
As you look at Coach Marty Rowe's team, getting instructions from him, and Coach Mark Campbell has just finished giving instructions to the Lady Bulldogs. And like you say, unless something, a miracle happens, Lee will be heading back to Cleveland, and Union will be playing Monday night. It may be a little early to be saying that. There's still 10 minutes left to play, or 9 minutes and 33 seconds left to play in this ball game. And we know that Lee's not going to quit. So the officials have made some kind of decision. I don't know what it is. They're going to give the ball to Lee.
I'm going to lobby for a microphone like the
Yeah.
larger schools have, so we know what's going on.
So Lee will inbound it. And get it into Haley Johnson to bring down. Johnson on the left side. Hampton still in there. Hampton. And they just threw the ball away. Went right through the hands of Delbridge.
Here's one for you. Do you think Coach Campbell will call off the press against one of his best buddies?
Well, they don't know what else to play. It's what they've played all year, 2 years now. Union with it. There's a block shot, then brought down out there by Cameron. They'll go up underneath to Cameron. She falls down but sends it back outside to Haley Johnson. Cameron comes out to pick it up. Hands it off to Hampton. Hampton dribbles, spins to the basket, shot up, over the rim, no good, and the rebound's pulled down by Union. Zinson came down with it. Union in the front court to Zinson up underneath the basket. Back out front, Shelly Morrison. Zinson will take it, give it over for a three, up and missed by Olivia, and the foul is going to be called under the basket.
Shelly going in there with the big girls. Going high for that rebound.
Who'd they call that foul on? She said 2, but I know that's not right. There's no 2 out there. Well, Campton's out there.
And that is her 4th.
So she did commit it. Okay. Fresh players coming in for Union. Shelly Morrison will inbound it. A lot of time left. Got a little perspiration on the floor, so taking care of that. Now Shelly will get a chance to throw it in. And in it comes to Lucas. Swing it around the perimeter and get it back outside to Jones, who will go off to Lucas. Back to Montgomery. 8 on the shot clock. Montgomery starts to the basket. Sits it in the corner. Shelly Morrison. Shelly, floater up, got it.
Wow.
I tell you what, I take her.
Big shot, Morrison.
I take her on my team any day.
Absolutely.
Union is at 70, and old coach over here says first one to 70 usually wins. That happened for Tennessee today. They beat Auburn. They hit 70. Johnson with it. Floater up for Johnson. It won't fall. Tipped into the hands of Montgomery. Union has it back again.
Tennessee finally won a game.
They finally beat Auburn.
All right.
If they keep on, they need to be a 1 in the NCAA tournament. There's a pass underneath to Morrison. Did a good job of saving it. They'll get it back outside. Lucas into the lane. Back to Jones. The 3 is no good. The rebound pulled off there by Delbridge. She's going to run it. Down the right side comes Rayleigh. Back out to Johnson. Johnson backs off. Comes from under the basket. Cameron. Nothing there, so they go to Hampton. Hampton to Cameron underneath. Cameron turns, goes up. Underhand shot over the rim. No good. Dillard comes down with it for Union. Union has it in the front court. Jones will wait for Shelly Morrison. Everything has worked and flowed so well for Union in this ball game. Here's Montgomery's shot, no good. The ball's going to be pulled out of there by Hampton, and she's going to be fouled by Montgomery. Montgomery missed the shot and came back and wanted to rectify it by getting it back.
Jack has got to clean this spot up right here. They've worked on that spot for 3 or 4 minutes. Montgomery slipped on it a while ago.
Yeah, that's right. So it'll belong to Lee. Down by 35 points here in the fourth quarter. Johnson will take it.
They have backed off the press a little bit.
Some of these girls are playing their last collegiate game here. Johnson has the ball knocked away and kicked out of bounds by Montgomery. So stepping out of bounds to inbound it is Hampton. Johnson being guarded by Jones out front. Wanted the 3, instead goes underneath. It's knocked away and almost safe from going out of bounds by Callens. Callens and Lucas have played a good number of minutes without picking up that 4th foul. Inbound underneath. Boherron will put it up. and get her first 2 points of the ball game. And send her to the free throw line too. Chance to convert a 3. That was Montgomery picking up her second foul. Free throw's good. She had missed 4 in a row before she hit that one. Union's back down with it. Montgomery into the lane, back to the basket. Spins, slips, gives it off. Driving through and putting it in is Callens. 72-38. I mean, Union has been almost flawless. If you are Nova Southeastern, you're a little concerned right now. Hampton will throw a 3 up and miss it. Rebound, though, is pulled down. And out of there, they'll get it back over to Johnson. Passed up the 3, gets it back out front. Driving with it is Delbridge, and then the ball is going to be tipped. She tries to go in a corner, and Jones tipped it out of bounds.
Yes, you're a little concerned based on the crowd. Home court advantage.
Well, I'd like to see BBJ at least say something about what's happening here, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. I mean, you know,
everything is about what's happening down in Henderson. Here comes Stedman into the ball game. Sierra Stedman, a 6'1" senior. She's been here 4 years with Union. The inbound pass from up underneath by Lee. They better find somebody quick, and they threw it away. Threw it into the hands of Callens, and she lost it. And she fouled. Trying to get it back. That's number 4 on Alexis. I shouldn't have said anything a few moments ago. That's only 3 against Union, so it's going to be taken out of bounds, side front court. Only 1 foul here in the fourth quarter against Lee. Inbound pass. Hampton will give it back to Johnson. Johnson goes up underneath. Mohelan shot up. No good. Gets her own rebound. Starts back up. And got it that time. She's got her 5th point. Union quickly in the front court. Stedman with it and walks with the ball. So it'll belong back to Lee as Union starts bringing in the freshman. Nora Saffel into the ball game. Johnson will bring it down. Give it to Hampton. Hampton works it over to Hurst. Back to Hampton for a 3 and missed that one. Rebound pulled down by Dandridge, and she's going to be fouled very quickly. Moorhead.
This game is
that went against Cameron.
Come to sort of a standstill here.
Yeah.
A lot of whistles.
So Union will bring it back down. Callens on the dribble outside. Drop it over to Jones. Give it off to Lucas. Lucas back to Jones. Jones into the lane. Drops it up underneath. Saffel with it and has it knocked away from him. But manages to knock it out front, and then she's going to be fouled.
Is that foul? Is that Hampton?
If they got Hampton, that's going to be her 5th. Nope, they didn't. They got Hurst. I don't want to see Hampton out of there, to be honest with you. Hampton's a graduate student, so this will be her last game. I'd certainly like to see her play it out for the next 4 minutes. She's been one heck of a ball player. She beat us in the last time they played here. There's another slip.
I'm telling you.
And there's a steal by Hampton. in the front court. Driving layup, missed it. Rebound tipped around, taken out there by Callens, but they steal it away from her. Hurst does, and then Lucas knocks it out of bounds on the pass. I don't know what more you can do with that slick spot down there, do you? Callens will leave. Ovation by the crowd. She leads with 11 points and a bunch of steals. Callens also a graduate student. Played down at the University of North Alabama before coming up here. That was a D1 school. So the inbound pass, Johnson will take it. There's a three from outside, banked in. Banked in by Hurst. Her second three-pointer of the game. Union back down with it, and the ball is going to be kicked out of bounds off of Hurst's foot. Delbridge will come in. Union is going to get Fusel into the ball game. Freshman out of Troy, Tennessee. Montgomery comes back in for the Lady Bulldogs. She'll inbound it. Inbound pass picked up by Fusel, and we'll give it to Montgomery. Also in the ball game is Annie Burleson, 5'9" sophomore. Fusel with it, 4 on the shot clock. There's a 3 up, almost banked in by Saffel. Long pass in the front court.
Oh, wow, what a quick
There's
shot
a
there.
3 up, good. Put up by Hurst, her third. (72-46). Bailey Burgess back in. Hurst goes out, senior. Coach Marty Rowe giving her a big hug. Hampton will inbound it. Johnson takes it. Work it over to Mohair and back off for a 3 that's no good. Stedman down with a rebound. Stedman dropped it to Burleson. Burleson in the front court to Montgomery. She'll back off. 2:43. Montgomery will take the 3. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Delbridge. She's on the floor. Slipped on something over there too. Hampton will bring it down. Mohan throws it outside. Driving to the basket. Shot is up, no good, but Montgomery is going to be called for fouling Delbridge. This is where you don't want to get anybody hurt. Into the game comes Callie Brewer for the first time, a 5'8" sophomore for Lee. And at the free throw line, Delbridge, 73% free throw shooter. Hits the first one. (72-47). She'll get the second one. Got it too. So she's in the scorebooks now. In comes Susanna Rogers.
And I got Hampton out.
5'9" junior.
Big hand for her. The whole gym should have stood up for her.
Union back down into front court. Montgomery wants everybody to move. Burleson with it. Burleson drives under the basket. Double team will get it back out to Montgomery. Work it over for a 3 that's off the right side. It's going to be an air ball put up by Saffel. And was it saved by Union?
No, shot clock issue. That ball did hit the rim, and they reset it to 20.
Oh, they did it again, huh? With a minute and 56 seconds left to play.
Okay, just make something up. Put 5 seconds on.
Anything, just make it up.
Put 5 seconds on the shot clock, give it to Union out of bounds.
Oh, Carlo's up there laughing. I can see him up there now. He knows how that goes.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Well, Union will be going into a Monday night 7 o'clock game against Nova Southeastern. So Stedman will inbound the ball.
They put 3 up there. I said 5, they put 3.
Yeah, they don't get it off this time. The future of Union is sitting out there on the court right now, except for the transfers that you'll pick up next year.
Yep.
And
there's a couple of seniors out there.
Yeah, and then he's got some good freshmen coming in that can make immediate impact. He'll just reload. There's a 3 outside, banked up, no good. Montgomery got the rebound and then turned around and fouled. Had it knocked away from her. That's 4 on Montgomery. She looks over at the Coach Campbell. Is it time for me to come out yet? Brewer at the free throw line hits the first one. Brewer, second one is up, and it's good also. Got them both. Now she's in the scorebooks. Burleson will bring it down for Union. Looks left, come back right to Montgomery. Montgomery starts to make a move, hands it off. Stedman will put up a 3 and hit it from way outside. 75-50 Union. We're down to 1:08
No
to
foul.
play.
No fouls.
With the ball is Molly Smith, who's just into the ball game, a sophomore. Driving with it to the basket, driving layup, rolls off the rim, no good, and Montgomery has just fouled out, I think. So who's coach going to send out there for the last 55 seconds?
Raise your hand if you want to play.
He's going to send Lucas out there. I don't want to go out there, Coach. I can see her. I can see her mouthing right now.
My knee hurts.
Out there, Coach.
My elbow hurts.
He's going to send Callens back out. Well, I don't know what they're chanting over here, but Delbridge is going to be shooting free throws. Missed the first one. Delbridge looking for the second and got it. 54 seconds, so you got to play this one out. Pass goes over to Fussell. Back out front to Stedman, who does have a married name, but nobody's ever told me. With the ball, Fussell, and she's going.
Oh, they're going to look at this, see if it's flagrant.
Fussell just ran into her. Had to go somewhere, and the freshman just ran into her. Be her first foul.
I don't think Fussell would elbow anybody intentionally.
Well, of course not.
Holy cow.
But, you know, those things can happen. You can throw that elbow up, whether it's intentional or not, and it's still flagrant. Because you can't get above.
Yeah, that's a basketball play. Play on. Call a foul. Shoot free throws. Let's go.
You have no mercy, Coach. What is it you're wanting to get home to watch on TV?
It's just hot in here. Common foul, ball out of bounds.
Yeah, they're going to come out and talk about it. It's 3 female officials. We had a male official out there earlier. I guess
he's an alternate.
You keep one as an alternate in case one of them gets hurt. And they're conferring. Going to bring both coaches over. Going to talk to the two coaches. Get the camera on the coaches here. There they are. They're both satisfied. And
they got a flagrant.
A flagrant on her.
2 shots in the ball.
So they're going to put Burgess at the free throw line. 75% free throw shooter. First time at the free throw line here. She hits the first one. Burgess, a junior. She'll be back next year. Hits the second one. Now Lee will get the ball. They can get this thing down to a 20-point game. Inbound pass comes to Rogers. And they'll work it on the outside. Brewer takes it, works it back out front to Burgess. Burgess drives up under, no good. Down with a rebound comes Union. As Fussell picked up that rebound. Union's going to run it out and win this one by 22 points, 75 to 53. And head to the finals on Monday night against Nova Southeastern. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the final stats on it right after this commercial break. Well, the finals are set now. Union University, the number 1 seed in this region, will be heading to the finals on Monday night against Nova Southeastern out of the Sunshine Conference in Florida. And that will determine who will be heading to Pittsburgh to play in the finals up there of the NCAA Division II women's basketball tournament. Coach, you got some final stats on this one.
Yeah, just looking at that third quarter as Union just absolutely turned up the heat. And Lee had no answer. Union a 29-12 third quarter, blew it open. And Lee could never recover from that as the Flames shot 27%, only 15 of 55. 7 of 23 for a three-point line, that's 30%. 16 of 23, 70% from the free throw line, 29 rebounds, 9 assists. They committed 18 turnovers and had 8 steals and a block shot. Here's the kicker, though, Gary, is Valerie Hampton was 2 of 17 from the field. And I hate it for her.
Yeah.
A great player, but ended her collegiate career on a tough night. But 5 points by Mahonen, 6 for Valerie Hampton, 6 points out of Haley Johnston. 10 points for Mia Hirsch. She led the Flames in scoring. 6 points out of Kara Williams. 6 also for Madison Smith. Bailey Delbridge with 3. Haley Cameron with 4. Bailey Burgess had 5 points. And 2 points by Callie Brewer. Union shot 50% for the game. 28 of 56. They had 11 three-pointers. 11 of 34 for 32%. Made 8 of 10 free throws. 80%. So Union shot 10 free throws and Lee shot 23, and it was a blowout. Union had 42 rebounds. Courtney Zinson led the Bulldogs with 6. 17 assists by Union. 20 turnovers, that's quite a bit. 10 steals and 5 block shots. Scoring went like this. Macy Lee with 5. Courtney Zinson had 4. Alexis Callens had 11. 2 points from Jazzy Newsom. Olivia Lee led Union with 17. 7 points from Kisharna Lucas. 8 points by Emily Jones. Charlotte Morrison with 10. Bethany Dillard had 6. 2 points from Jeremiah Montgomery. 3 points out of Sierra Stedman. Round out the scoring for Union as Union advances to the region final. 75-53 over Lee.
Well, we're going to try to get as many people in here and as many people watching as we possibly can. We'd like to have everybody here, but if you can't be, then you can watch us on Flow Sports. But we're going to wrap this one up, I think, if Chris is paying attention to me, and get out of here. And we'll be back on Monday night to give you the finals as Nova Southeastern will be playing here against Union University in the finals of the South Region. This is a Worthy Road studio production. Executive producers Paul Schutze, the director is Christopher Reasons. Camera operators are Paul Schutze, Colson Bailey, Billy Bolin II, Ben Bitterly. Play-by-play announcer is truly Gary Nace, and color commentary by Coach Darrell Maxwell. We'll see you Monday night.